Happy Wednesday, guys, and welcome to day 14 of my 31-day challenge that I am doing in August. If you guys have missed any news about the challenge that I've been running all month long, I will have my playlist linked down below. My first kickoff video, all of the information that you need will be in the description box. But it is crazy that we are almost halfway through this month, which is just wild. We are rolling right through, but I'm also really excited for today's little daily task. So each day I've been kind of giving out a little daily goal for us to work on. If you want the calendar, that's also linked in the description box as well if you want to see what we're doing ahead of time. But for day 14, I wrote down do something outside of your comfort zone, and I'm excited for this one. I think it's something nice to do to challenge yourself from time to time, and that's kind of what this whole challenge is about. You know, it's the creative life we love and to be motivated and inspired, but also really to challenge us in good ways, challenge us in really challenging ways, if you will. But I do think that doing something outside of your comfort zone can be really hard to do, and it can be a little bit scary to do. I'm definitely someone who stays in my comfort zone a lot, so every once in a while I have to try to remind myself to just do something a little bit out there, do something a little bit different than me. And you know, that's even when it comes to makeup. I love nice neutral looks, but like with my most recent trying new makeup video that I did, I got outside of my comfort zone in that video, and I did like this very I really liked it how it came out in the end, but a really like intense green look, and I was like, this is so different from me, but I really liked it. You know, I got a lot of great comments on it, which was, you know, so wonderful, and that's fantastic. But it's fun to just switch it up every now and then, try to do something a little bit outside the norm. I feel like for this month, you know, I've been trying to share what I'm doing for the challenge and how it's working for me, little things I'm working on or insights that I might have. And I feel like for this month, I've been doing a pretty good job of like overall getting outside my comfort zone. Of course, with these daily challenges, and you know, like I've been saying every single day, you know, make this your own, make this individual to you. Maybe there's something on the calendar that just simply doesn't make sense, or you regularly practice that, so maybe you could add in something else. But you know, to definitely make it your own. And it's something that I have tried to do not just one day through the month, but to have a lot of different days where I'm trying it. And I feel like I've accomplished that in August, both with makeup and you know, personal life too, but also my professional life. And there's a couple different things coming up that are definitely outside of my comfort zone that I feel like it sounds like I'm saying comfort zone, but I need to like enunciate that better. But actually tonight, so I'm filming this on Monday, and I am a little bit nervous because I'm actually doing a Facebook Live interview tonight. And I know the gal who's doing the interview, and honestly, that's probably like the main reason I said yes to it, because otherwise I'd be super nervous. Lives kind of intimidate me. I did a YouTube Live last Friday. I've tried to do a few more lives over on Instagram, like here and there I'm kind of like popping up doing a live, but they do make me a little bit nervous because I mean, you really do have to be on for the entire time, and sometimes that's kind of hard. Like with filming, if I lose my train of thought or like my voice catches and I need to drink water, like I can do that and I can cut that out when I'm editing the video. When it's live and I can't think of a word, you know, or you know, just something off the top of my head, if I'm trying to reference something, I'm like, oh, I can't remember what it's called. You know, if I'm filming, I can pause myself, I can look it up, I can whatever. Live, it's like, oh, you got to keep it going, you got to keep it rolling, and you might have questions coming in, you're trying to answer the questions. It can get a little bit overwhelming, and of course you never want to like say the wrong thing, because then you can't cut yourself out, and then, you know, I mean, there's just like all that pressure on you as you're doing it live in that moment. But I do know the gal who's interviewing me, and it's more for my author life. So I'm a beauty blogger, a beauty influencer, and all of that, but I am also a published author of 7 novels. My 8th one is coming out soon. I run a book blog, and there was a point in time where for my book blog, I had like 6 or 7, I called them associate reviewers, and they would help me review books to keep content rolling on my blog because we were just so busy. I couldn't review all the books myself. Book blogs were in such high demand at one point. It makes me really sad that they aren't as much. I actually used to run a company called CLP Blog Tours. For my blog is Chicklet Plus, so Chicklet Plus or CLP Blog Tours, and I would book, it was just like a big marketing event for authors. I would book them on different book blogs, you know, multiple book blogs, you know, on the day of their release would all be posting about their release, or we would do a blog tour throughout a week, and every blog would review the book throughout that week on a scheduled day. I did that for years. I was so busy. It was my first, besides like editing and proofreading, offering the marketing services was my first kind of like jump into doing something more in the book industry and more with my book career. And I had so much fun doing it. And then you just saw like the decline of the need of book blogs. It's just not there as much. I don't know, it makes me really sad. I still have my book blog. I still post really consistently over there, my book reviews and all of that. And I love reading. I love that I get to, you know, do that as, you know, a job as well. But kind of makes me a little bit sad. So yeah, I used to have a whole team of book reviewers, and now it's just back to being me again because the demand isn't there like it once was. But the gal who's interviewing me tonight, she used to be an associate reviewer for me, and we still keep in touch and we still chat with one another. And she now has a blog too, and she does these live Facebook interviews with authors. So I'm doing that tonight. I'm doing it in a few hours. I'm already super nervous. So I'm literally like wringing my hands because I'm already super nervous about it, and just thinking about it making me very nervous. But I'm gonna do it, and it's gonna be fun, and it's gonna be great. So I'm doing that. I think I'm actually going to be a guest on a podcast later this month too. We haven't fully confirmed it yet, but I think I'm going to be doing being a guest on a podcast, which I've never done before, and that's going to be outside of my comfort zone too. That's not necessarily like a live, and I think they do like a little bit of editing with their podcast, but definitely if I do it, I will share it. I can try to link the Facebook interview. I've never done a live. I'm so nervous about like the technical parts because even when I was doing my YouTube live on Saturday, I couldn't actually figure out how to go live. Like, I was so embarrassed, and I was like 10 minutes late because I couldn't figure it out. I wanted to schedule it so you would have like the link, like you would see my thumbnail up there and it would say I'm going live at 10 a.m. on Saturday, and you could set a reminder for it, and I could send out the link to it so people would be able to like find my live quicker. And I managed to do that, which only took me 2.5 hours and having to email a friend to be like, how do you do this? And then I couldn't figure out how to go live from the event. Like, I'm so bad at technical stuff, so I'm like terrified I'm not gonna be able to figure out how to go live tonight, but fingers crossed, I will make it through. But yeah, I feel like I've definitely been challenging myself to go outside of my comfort zone throughout the month, both, you know, YouTube, personal wise, professional life, with my author stuff too. So I just try to keep challenging myself. You know, I don't think a comfort zone is a bad place. Like, we all have our preferences. We all have what works for us. We all have what makes us us. You know, and I don't think that that's a bad thing. You can't push yourself out of your comfort zone every single day in every single category, right? But it's nice to every once in a while find something that you can step outside of, and who knows, I mean, you may end up loving something that you're trying. It may lead to something else, or it might just be a fun experiment on that day and nothing more. So I would love to know some ways that you guys step out of your comfort zone, or what are you planning to do today, tomorrow, next week, or something for this little daily challenge. But that is it for Wednesday the 14th. Do something outside of your comfort zone. Leave us some comments down below. Give us some inspiration, maybe some motivation. Cheer each other on as we try to do this. And yeah, other than that though, I will catch you guys in tomorrow's video.